Hey guys, Jonathan here. Hope you're doing good. I'm gonna keep it really short today. It's a really hot day, so it's really hard to get stuff done. So before finishing my day and going to the lake for a swim, I wanna get a video done for you guys. So sometimes it's really hard to be musical, right? Especially in days like this that is really warm. Whenever these days come, I like to work more on my fretboard knowledge. So this is probably one of the most useful triad exercises I have worked on to connect the fretboard. So the idea is gonna be super simple. We're gonna pick any set of strings, whatever you prefer. In this case, I'm gonna go to strings 2, 3, and 4. And we're gonna pick any triad. I'm gonna go simple here. So I'm gonna pick the key of C major, right? And I'm gonna pick this C major, second inversion, strings 2, 3, and 4. And the idea is to jump to the next inversion of that triad in the same set of strings. So I'm gonna go to this C major root position, strings 2, 3, and 4. Now the concept here is gonna be to try to harmonize the C major scale inside these two triads, right? I don't wanna go below the 5th fret, and I don't wanna go above the 10th fret. So I'm going to try to harmonize the C major scale on this specific part of the guitar. Now, to really get the best out of this exercise, you need to understand basic diatonic harmony, how to harmonize a major scale, right? I think by now you guys know how to harmonize a major scale, but if not, let's remind ourselves how do we do it. First of all, the scale has 7 notes, right? From the first note to the second note, you're going to move by a whole step, second note to the third note by another whole step, third note to the fourth note by a half step, from the fourth note to the fifth note whole step, fifth note to the sixth note whole step, sixth note to the 7th note whole step, and then from the 7th note back to the root or the octave by a half step. So the formula is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Now, so far we have a melody here, right? We're playing one note at a time. To create chords, we need to stack the notes in thirds. If we stack 3 notes in thirds, we have triads. If we stack 4 notes in thirds, we have 7th chords. We're gonna work with triads for now, okay? So the first chord is major, of course. In this case, C major. The second chord is gonna be minor. In this case, D minor. The 3rd chord is going to be minor, in this case E minor. The 4th chord is going to be F major. The 5th chord is going to be G major. The 6th chord is going to be A minor. The 7th chord is going to be B diminished. And I'm back on the 1 chord, C major. So the formula for the chords is major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminish, back to major. Now the hard work here again is to learn all your chords in all their inversions in different sets of strings. Now I can go back to my exercise, right? Again, I know all my triads all over the fretboard in different sets of strings. So if I pick this C major, second inversion, strings 2, 3, and 4, and then I go to this root position, C major, I'm gonna try to harmonize the C major scale around this specific part of the guitar without leaving strings 2, 3, and 4, and without leaving the 10th fret above and the 5th fret below. So let's try to do that. I have C major, second inversion, then I'm gonna go to D minor, right? Second inversion, E minor, second inversion, then I'm gonna go to F major, the 4th chord, first inversion, then I'm gonna go to G major, the 5th chord. Here I'm gonna go first inversion again, then I'm gonna go to A minor, first inversion, and then I'm gonna go to B diminished, and then I'm gonna end up in C major. So at the end I'm gonna have this. Now let's try to do the same exercise on the top 3 strings. I'm going to try to go from D C major, first inversion, to D C major, second inversion. And I'm going to harmonize the C major scale in this specific part of the guitar. So I got C major, first inversion, to D minor, the 2 chord, first inversion. Okay, let's go to this E minor, right? I'm going 1 fret down to the 7th fret, right? Root position, the 3rd chord. And I'm going to go to F major, right? The 4th chord, then I'm gonna go to G major again. I went to the 7th fret. It's just 1 fret, it's not that bad. Then I'm gonna go to A minor, right? The 6th chord. Then I'm gonna go to B diminished, and then I'm back to C major. At the end, I have this. Now you can take this idea to the next level by creating 7th chords using upper structure triads. So now, what are upper structure triads? Let's analyze this C major 7th chord on the top 4 strings. This chord is great because visually the notes are in order. I have the root on the D string, I have the major 3rd on the G string, got the 5th on the B string, and I got the major 7 on the E string, right? If I play strings 2, 3, and 4, I'm gonna have this C major triad, right? But if I play strings 1, 2, and 3, I'm gonna have an E minor triad. In the key of C major is the 1 chord. We're skipping the 2 chord and we're going to the 3 chord, E minor. The combination of these two triads are gonna give us 4 notes. Those are the 4 notes of C major 7. So all I'm gonna do is go from C major, that was the 1 chord, and E minor, that was the 3 chord, to D minor, that is the 2 chord, and F major, that is the 4 chord. Right? I use this crazy voicing because, again, visually it makes sense, but it's a crazy stretch, right? And probably we'll just play the F major triad while the bass player is playing the D note, right? I don't need this whole chord. I have all the information with the F major triad if the bass guy is playing the D chord for us, or the D minor, chord for us, to get the D minor 7 sound. So now if I keep following this order, I'm gonna end up harmonizing the whole C major scale using 7th chords. I'm gonna have E minor with the bass on C, that is gonna give me a C major 7, that's the 1 chord. I'm gonna have F major, the 4 chord, with the bass on D, D minor 7, that's the 2 chord. I'm gonna have G major, the 3 chord, with the bass on E, E minor 7, that is the 3 chord, right? I'm gonna have A minor, the 6 chord, with the bass on F, F major 7, that's the 4 chord. I'm gonna have B diminished, the 7 chord, with the bass on G, G7, that's the 5 chord. I'm gonna have C major with the bass on A minor 7, that's the 6th chord. I'm gonna have D minor, the 2 chord, with the bass on B, that's the 7th chord, B minor 7 flat 5, and to finish, E minor, the 3 chord again, with the bass on the 1 chord, C major 7. Now, C major is a really friendly key for us guitar players. Let's pick another key that is not that friendly, and let's pick a set of strings that is not that common too, right? How about the key of B flat major on strings 3, 4, and 5? So what I'm gonna do is use first inversion triads. I'm gonna start with this B flat major. Let's find the chords first, all right? Then I'm gonna go to the 2 chord that is gonna be C minor, right? Then I'm gonna go to the 3 chord that is gonna be D minor, the 4 chord that is gonna be E flat major, the 5 chord that is gonna be F major, the 6 chord that is gonna be G minor, the 7 chord that is gonna be A diminished, that is right here, and I'm back on B flat major, that is the 1 chord. So now I have the chords in the key of B flat, right? The 1 chord is B flat major, the 2 chord is C minor, 3 chord is D minor, 4 chord E flat major, 5 chord F major, 6 chord G minor, 7 chord A diminished, I'm back on the 1 chord B flat major. So now I'm gonna pick my 2 B flat major triads on strings 3, 4, and 5. I'm gonna go from this B flat major, first inversion, to this B flat major, second inversion. Now I'm gonna try to harmonize the key of B flat in this specific part of the guitar, right? So I'm gonna go from B flat major, the 1 chord, to C minor, the 2 chord, to D minor, the 3 chord, to E flat major, the 4 chord, to F major, the 5 chord, to G minor, 6 chord, to A diminished, the 7 chord, and I'm back on B flat major, the 1 chord. So now let's take it to the next level by using those upper structure triads. Again, I'm gonna use this reference chord, major 7, in this case B flat major 7, to understand how the upper structure triads work, right? Again, on strings 2, 3, and 4, I have this B flat major triad, right? But on strings 1, 2, and 3, I have this D minor triad. And remember, D minor is the 3 chord in the key of B flat major, and B flat major is the 1 chord. We're always skipping a chord, right? We have the B flat major, that is the 1 chord. We're gonna skip the C minor, that is the 2 chord, and we're gonna go to D minor, that is the 3 chord. So D minor, the 3 chord, with the bass on B flat, is gonna give me 4 notes. It's gonna give me the 3 notes of B flat major, and this B flat major is gonna share 2 common tones with D minor. So again, the combination of B flat major and D minor is gonna give me 4 notes, B flat major 7. So all I need to do is find a D minor, put the bass on B flat, and I have B flat major 7. How about this D minor, right? Classic open D minor that we learned, right? If we take that F note from the high string to the D string, I'm gonna have this D minor, right? First inversion. Now, if I put my bass on B flat major 7. So again, with this concept, let's keep harmonizing the scale. The next chord is gonna be E flat major, right? That's the 4 chord with the bass on the 2 chord, 2 chord minor 7, in this case C minor 7. The next chord is gonna be F major. That's the 5 chord with the bass on the 3 chord, 3 chord minor 7, in this case D minor 7. The next chord is gonna be G minor. That's the 6th chord with the bass on the 4 chord, 4 chord major 7, in this case E flat major 7. The next chord, A diminished, the 7th chord, with the bass on the 5 chord, 5 chord dominant, in this case F7. The next chord, B flat major, the 1 chord, with the bass on the 6th chord, 6 chord minor 7. And the last chord, C minor, right? That's the 2 chord with the bass on the 7th chord, A minor 7 flat 5. The 7th chord with 4 notes becomes a minor 7 flat 5 or a half diminished. And we're back on D minor, right? With the bass on B flat major 7. So whenever it's too hot and there is no time and energy to be musical, think about fretboard knowledge. Spend some time just talking to the guitar, analyzing the fretboard. And it's also a great practice exercise because when there is the time to be musical, these ideas are gonna come into your playing and you're gonna start seeing the chords in a different way, right? Let me give you a musical example. So let's say that there is a song and you see a C major 7 chord, right? And you wanna get away from this. Now you know that if you combine C major and A minor, you're gonna have the 4 notes of C major 7. So you can pick any set of strings and start by combining those triads, right? Start by combining C major with E minor, C major, E minor, C major, E minor. I already have more movement than just doing this, right? So next thing to add even more color is borrow some more triads from the key of C major. Right, how about D minor? If I play D minor over C, I have a lot of color here. I have all the tensions. I have the 4 or 11, I have the 6 or 13, and I have the 2nd or 9, right? So now I can go something like... So that sounded a little bit more musical, right? And this all came by just understanding a little bit better the fretboard. So I hope you find those ideas useful and see you next time. I hope it's not that warm. Have a good one. Bye-bye.